Yeah,
cool.
that's how it goes. Alright. We'll just bring this down a little bit. And we'll pause that. And eventually I'll have an assistant who does this for me, so I have to walk myself through it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to an episode of the the Rudynomics podcast. It's my first podcast of the new year, and my guest today is Zak Sprung.
You got it, Zak Sprung, man.
Zak Sprung.
Yeah.
Once again, this episode is brought to you by the Anchor app, Anchor FM. You can go to there to check out the previous episodes that I have. YouTube, check out the YouTube. I think it's still under UG Odyssey, which I need to change, but I don't know how to do it. And Hempy's Emporium. You need your I'm not supposed to say weed stuff, but if you need
smoking accessories.
If you need smoking accessories, Hempy's Emporium here off of Collins or Cooper here in Arlington.
Tobacco only, kids.
Tobacco only, which reminds me, I need to make some of my CBD products that I get from there. CBD stuff. So, what's up, Zak?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just enjoying myself.
How you doing, man? How you doing? Let me shake your hand real quick.
Good, man.
Gentlemen. Wow.
Oh, what's up there, sir?
Yeah, how'd it feel to be my first guest of the year?
Man, feels great. Feels real good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
I haven't, I've been not having taken a break. It's just I record them and they put them out whenever, weekly. So it's been like, 2 weeks since I've done one?
The world's hungry for another.
Yeah. I mean, they're coming out on YouTube anyway because it's just timed, scheduled. But good God.
You all right there, my man?
Yeah, I'm all right. Oh, allergies are killing me too, though.
Same.
You know what? Ever since I moved to Texas, I get allergies in January every year.
Me too, bro.
And my doctor, luckily for me, my doctor knows already. So she'll just I'll just call her and she'll just send in.
Just hooks it up. That's good, man. I get allergies too. I never had them growing up. Never had them anywhere else I've lived. Moved to Texas. Boom. Allergy time. And
my girlfriend's all like, "Are you allergic to wood cider or something like that?" And I was like, I don't know. She's like, "Cause that's what it says. That's what the news says came blowing in." I'm like, I guess I'm.
Apparently.
Oh man, but it's the only thing I'm actually allergic to. Like I'm not allergic to any kind of food, anything like that.
Same. Thank goodness. I couldn't imagine having like a nut allergy or something, man. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, dude. Have you heard like those people that have nut allergies to where like they can't even be around them in the air?
Yeah. They breathe it in on a plane and they die. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
thanks a lot.
How do you go to the grocery store?
I don't get it.
Whole Foods has a shit ton of nuts.
Well, I'm just pissed off we can't have, honey roasted peanuts on airlines anymore because of that,
Is that why?
Yeah, that's exactly why. God, allergies, yeah, man. One person sues and it all changes, right?
I think that should be like a disclaimer, though. Like, if you're allergic to peanuts, man, you should...
Don't fly.
Yeah. Or, like, they should have, like, a specific plane for all you nut allergy people.
Like, just separate them, just segregate all the nut allergies out.
Yeah.
Make them go in the overhead bins or fly cargo or something. Yeah. I'm down with that as long as I can have my peanuts back on my flights, man. I'm good with it.
Yeah, see? We're all in agreement.
Yeah.
So, okay, you how long you been doing comedy? You haven't been doing comedy that long, right?
No, I just hit 6 months, man.
6 months? That's it?
Yep, 6 months, man.
I thought it was longer than that.
No, it's been a whirlwind, man. It's been quick. Actually, the first time I did comedy was on my birthday, which is June 25th. Yeah. So, December 25th was 6 months. At Hat-Tricks, actually. Went to my first open mic over there.
Hat-Tricks. Oh, yeah. Hat-Tricks over there with Miles.
Yeah.
Dude, I really like that mic.
Yeah.
That's a fun mic.
It's a great mic, man. It's a ton of fun.
Except for last time we got busted by the cops.
Yeah. That wasn't so much fun, potentially.
No. I actually have a feeling on who it was.
Uh-huh.
But I can't say yet because I don't want to out the person and it be wrong. I just have good detective skills.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those guys where, like, when I hear a conversation, like, I pinpoint what they're talking about and I can ignore everything and just listen to that intently. So, I don't want to say, and I talked to Miles about it because, Miles runs it.
Yeah.
And, so he said what I said was pretty, like, if you put two and two together and the pieces that I have together, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But overall, I told him the only person who really knows who called the police that night would be the bartender, the chick.
Yeah. Yeah.
The chick that was out there smoking with us, who, by the way, has a nice ass. I mean, I don't mean to like, she's a hottie. What can I say?
Well, what was crazy about all that is I wasn't even doing anything but talking to somebody about a show in Houston.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden they just rolled up.
I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, I do smoke, but I don't smoke before Mike.
Right. Same.
So I was just hanging out there having a cigarette, and
Same.
just because I was helping there with talking to that lady.
Yeah. Yeah, that got interesting, man. I like how they busted in, interrupted the stage and everything.
Yeah, that was fucking insane. Did you see how they were really trying to pinpoint that lady?
And me,
they were trying to get you guys.
Yeah, man. They searched me like 3 times and telling me, "Oh, what kind of warrants do you have, man? I'm gonna run your stuff."
What kind of warrants do you have?
Yeah.
Let me see. I have the.
Yeah, let me just list them off for you.
What was that? Where you don't pay your baby mama?
Yeah, there you go. I got a child support warrant.
And
that murder one I forgot about too. That's right. You got me.
Don't forget about the I'm the guy who vacuum sealed the cats.
That's right. I killed Harvey Weinstein. That's right.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. That was definitely 5 cops busting in the middle of an open mic and interrupting it all with the way he was yelling and stuff was definitely a bit of an interesting situation. I don't know if I've ever seen something like that before.
I've never seen something
pretty
like
big over response.
You know what? I listen to a ton of podcasts, and I've never heard them talk about something like that either. But I'm pretty sure. There's no way it could be the first time it happened.
No, comedy's getting dangerous now, I guess, man. Right?
I guess so. They were like, I'm gonna get a chibi tray real quick. But they were like, when that lady was all like moving around, and the cop was all like, "Geez, what's wrong with you? Like, are you that high?"
Yeah, he kept saying that. Every answer you'd give, he would just go, "Oh, that's what I'd say if I was high too." I'm like, "Okay, man, can I go now? You've searched me 3 times. I'm good, man. I'm good."
Are you high? Because you sure know what to, know all this stuff about being high.
Right. Yeah, that was funny, man. I guess too. I was told that somebody actually got arrested at the bar the week before that, and there was like 2 cops. And it was like a legit arrest. So for 5 to bust in every single door on us and interrupt the mic was definitely an interesting situation, that's for sure. But all's well that ends well, so.
Yeah, it was something fun to talk about. I was just glad I had put my bag down.
Yeah.
I was like, put my bag down, drop my bag, because I have a couple hits of acid in there.
Oh, snap. Yeah, good times. I was just trying to check my name on the list, man, and got caught up in a mess.
Dude, I was at the bar trying to pay my tab. And they went up there and got me, and I was like, "What do you want from me?" It's like I was just like, "I'm not even smoking." Yeah,
they came and pulled me out of the crowd there. I came in, checked my name on the list, went and sat down to watch whatever comic was up there.
Yeah.
And they just came and pulled me out. They said they were told somebody with a blue hat, but because I had blue hair, it was close. So they thought me for sure. He just kept going. "I know it's you. I know it's you. Where's it at? I know it's you. Where'd you stash it? Where'd you hide it?" It was definitely funny.
Crazy, man.
Yep. Good times, man.
Good times.
In the meantime, 3 stores got robbed, and somebody got kidnapped, and no.
Probably. Who knows?
Who knows?
So 6 months. You've been doing comedy for only 6 months.
6 months.
How is it going for you?
Man, it's going awesome. I love it. It's my full time gig, man. I just kind of jumped in.
Do you have another job?
Nope. I just do a bunch of part-time stuff. Like I do acting, I do voice acting. I do some like tours and stuff. Man, it's a blast. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it a lot. It's pretty much I just do a bunch of side hustles and then produce shows too, which helps,
How'd you get
support
it?
the comedy.
You did that before you were into comedy, right?
No, it started because of comedy, really. I mean, I produced In college and stuff, I had some internships where I produced shows like in the NBA and college basketball.
Yeah.
So I had some experience in production there, but none with comedy in particular. The way the comedy production ended up working out was I was just hungry for mic time. So like my first week or two in, I had a bunch of stuff written already and just couldn't get enough minutes. So I started going around to businesses close by me and asking if they just wanted some entertainment, and told them I'd give it to them. You know, bless them, man. Told them, hey, you know, put a mic out for 30 minutes or whatever, and I'll just give you free entertainment. And that quickly turned into producing shows out at the Sound. It just kind of all fell into place, man. So I started my business up, and boom, go from there, you know. Bless you, man.
Damn, man, you got allergies.
Yep. Freaking allergies, man.
This is gross.
Especially with that cold air.
Oh, yeah.
Snow and stuff this morning, man. It's, whew.
That's insane, dude. How do you doing so much already, though? Like, you tell me you're doing these, like, traveling things. How did all that come about?
Just hustle, man. Just networking every single chance I get. I've just met people in different cities and stuff. Like, when I've gone out of town just for something unrelated, I make sure I hit a mic. Make sure I just meet everybody that I can, and that just kind of turned into opportunities for, you know, shows in other cities, as well as here in Dallas. You know, it's turned into a couple tours and things like that. So I'm really fortunate, man, for sure.
What are you going out of town for? Just
going out of town. So myself, Flo Hernandez, and the Vatos Chistosos just did some shows down in Houston and San Antonio. We're also getting ready to go to Albuquerque. I'm producing a few out there in Albuquerque here in January. Like
now, when you say you're
25th.
producing, what does that actually entitle?
Yeah, so that's basically start to finish. The show's mine from a production standpoint. So basically, I'm finding the venue, I'm getting all the comics in the lineup, I'm running the actual show itself when it comes time to it. I'm making sure the venue's set up, you know, negotiating all the deals as far as, you know, how much the venue's going to cost, what the tickets are going to be, setting up the actual ticket sales, of course.
Yeah.
You know, staffing people for the door for actual show time. Either setting up my own sound system, or at least if the facility has one, you know, making sure it's good to go. Making sure the stage is, you know, properly set. Just basically everything looks good, so that way the comics can just focus on performing and just have the smoothest show from start to finish with no issues and all that. So
and you figured all that, you put all that together by yourself, like that whole thing. Just,
yeah.
You did all that within 6 months of like just.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Just.
But I guess, like you said, you don't have another job, so like all you get all your time to concentrate on it, huh?
Right. I mean, because my other jobs are pretty flexible. I mean, they keep me fairly busy, but I can make my own schedule with every single side hustle I've got. You know?
Here's what I wanted to do next, because I've been doing it for 2 years, and you know, all these shows that I've been doing, the showcases are fun. These shows around with all our comics that they put together, they're fun. You know, I'm gonna do Phil's Garage show next month. Have you done one of those?
I haven't done a Phil's Garage yet. No, I've done his mic.
Yeah. Does he still do
Super
that?
Fun. You know, I think it's on and off. I think now that he's got Wounded Duck, I think that's the focus. But
yeah.
So I haven't seen a mic at his garage for a minute, a couple months, I'd say. So.
So what was I saying? That
what you want to do next?
Yeah, like I want to start like going places and doing comedy. Like I want to start traveling. I want to get out of DFW.
Yeah.
So I have a friend who lives in Miami. And I'm gonna go visit him. Here's the places I want to go to because I know people that live there. Miami, New York. Joseph Rosenzweig lives there. Do you know Joseph? Did you ever meet Joseph? Oh man, he's a funny little Jew guy. Funny dude. He's a nice guy, really great guy. Sometimes when I would go off on my weird tangents, he'd be the only one that just listening, just because he loved to hear my shit. We ramble about weird shit.
It's like, what rabbit hole is this gonna go down, huh?
Yeah, and some people hate it. A lot of people hate it. They're like, oh, nah, Rudy's going off the ball again. And it's like, you know, sometimes I just feel like just talking. And, you know, for an open mic, I wouldn't do that for a regular show.
Yeah.
And, what was I saying? So, New York, Austin.
Okay, Austin, yeah.
Austin, that chick Emily moved to Austin. I talked to her when she was here, and she said I can go down there and stay on her couch for a weekend. It's only 3 hours away.
Cool. Yeah, there's some good mics down there that I get up.
Yeah, I was telling her, I was like, "What's a good time to go?" She's like, honestly, there's mics Friday, Saturday, whenever you want.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. Denver. I want to go back to Denver. I have a friend who lives in Denver.
Nice.
And then I don't know anybody in Cali, but I want to go there just for the fuck of it. So.
Right.
But my issue is, like, how do me as a comic, how do I start getting these venues outside of DFW? And like, I don't want to rely on another comic to be like, hey, I'm going to this place on the road. You want to go with me? I want to figure out how. Well, how did you get that spot on the road to even be able to ask somebody else to go with you?
Yeah, basically just people that I've met networking from one show to the next, and just being aggressive as far, humble always, but aggressive as far as asking and saying, hey, here's my stuff. If you ever need somebody, I'd really like a shot. I work hard, all that. And then basically, too, joining all the Facebook groups of the cities that you want to go to. That's a really good way as well. We don't just have our DFW comics and stuff here. Pretty much every city has a page like that. And most of the time, they'll be pretty helpful. If you just say, hey, I'm traveling in, just want to know about some mics, stuff like that. And then also the clubs themselves. Like, I got on a show in Arizona. I was just traveling out there for the holidays. And I just actually submitted my stuff directly to the club.
Yeah. And
just said, hey, if you've got any shows or some time, I'm there for a week. I'd love to be considered type of a deal, and got on a show that way. So it's just a lot of, like, you just got to put a ton out there, because most of it's going to be no's, but you'll get a hit here and there,
Yeah, but I mean, no's is fine as long as you get a hit sooner or later.
Exactly, and you will.
Yeah, because I've submitted some to, like, Tyler. Do you know about that comic club?
Tiger,
Tyler?
yeah, down in in Tyler.
Tyler.
I thought you were talking about the Tiger one down in San Antonio,
No,
but
not
no.
that one.
In Tyler.
I think it's Tyler. Where's that? Oh, it's in Lubbock. No, it's Tyler. Some guy put a thing on Facebook and about hiring comics to do venues. And
yes, about a week and a half ago, yeah.
Yeah, and he
wanted
said,
headliners.
Yeah, well, I was just saying, hey, if you ever need a comic or whatever, send my shit in. He said he liked it. He said he'd let me know if he ever needs me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever. If he ever calls me, I'm pretty sure he's got a bunch of other people, but
I'd follow up too. I usually every month or something, I'll follow up. Just be like, hey, just touching base. Want to stay fresh in your memory. I'm really hungry for shows. Blah blah blah.
That's a good idea. I should buy that.
The follow up always too, because everybody's gonna put in, but squeaky wheel gets the oil,
Yeah. Do you have a lighter on you by any chance?
I don't, man. I'm sorry.
Don, you got a lighter? Yeah. Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil. So
that's good
say,
sometimes,
right?
But it's not always good.
Well, you got to balance it between being annoying and being hungry.
I just think like certain areas, like at my job, it's not good to be the squeaky wheel.
Right.
Because they don't give a shit. Like, I come up with all these plans to make work better and more organized, and they just my boss actually told me one time, because I was trying to do things to make it easier for everybody and for myself too. And he was like, look, don't worry about everybody else. Just worry about you.
Right.
And I was like, I thought this was like a team effort.
Yeah.
We're supposed to help each other out.
Yeah. Be a sheep, man. Don't be a leader.
Pretty much what he said to me, man.
That's inspiring, right? Definitely makes you want to move up to the next level and do good stuff, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't even try applying for like their like when they have like a lead opening or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not even worth doing it. Because I'm just doing it. Really, it would be just for pay, and then just to have that on my resume. But yeah, I'd rather not do it there.
Yeah, sounds like it. Doesn't sound very inspiring for sure. What do you mean you came up with this big plan? You moron, don't you know you're not supposed to do shit like that?
I know, man.
Just do what you're told. Do the minimum. Do the minimum and just get by and go home.
One of my good friends is a supervisor, and I was telling him, I was like, look, I have these, like, I have ideas about making the workspace easier. But I don't want to fill out the paperwork to do it, because if I do, they never get done. I was like, I'd rather just do them. And this is so fucking stupid. we have these garage doors for the semis. They're supposed to reverse park in it.
Yeah.
And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the next one, it's another garage door with no number on it. The next to it is 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And they'll tell us, hey, go to door 5 and unload it or load it, whatever the truck, whatever. And because people still call one door 5 and the other one has a number door 5, you be like, I have to ask specifically, like old door 5 or new door 5, and they'll be like, old door 5 or new door 5, whichever one.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid that I have to ask that question.
Yeah.
Rather than them just painting a new number on there.
I mean, but paint costs money, and it takes time to paint the number on there, and
I guess so.
Rather than you just having to ask every time,
And other people have done the wrong stuff because when they said door 5, well, you look at them, you're like, okay, well, I'll go to the door that has the number 5 on it.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, I meant new door 5. Well, fuck.
Good times. I love corporate America, man.
Anyway, I just put my brain in comedy. You want to take a drag?
I'm good for now. Thank you.
Okay. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool, man, that you've been doing all that. It's fucking crazy.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been crazy, man. It really has. When I went to that open mic, I was not planning on having it be a career. Mm-hmm. It was literally just a bucket list scratch off type of deal. Figured if I like it, cool. If not, no big deal. But it was just so great that first time up there that I just had to keep pursuing it, man. It was just the best thing.
Fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great, man. So cathartic. Like, wow, people have to listen to me when I've got this in my hand. Crazy.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be a comic in my life.
Yeah, right.
I just knew I was a smart ass and an asshole, and I knew I always took my jokes like to the line and then passed over that.
Same.
When I would joke around with my friends or family.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm like, it's hard for me to joke around with my family because let's just say we're exchanging burns or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'll reach down low into one that I know of, and yeah, it's like what, and I whip that out. They're like, "Oh, geez, man, you don't have to say all that." I was like, "What? I thought we were going higher and higher. That's how you do when you burn out each other."
Some poor cousin like, "Oh yeah, well you had an abortion." Like, ooh, something's crazy personal. That is tough when you're burning somebody that you know really well to not get like
butthurt about it.
Yeah, to get real down in there, real personal,
Yeah, but I don't know. With comedy, it's I do still cross the line every so often, and I still think it's kind of funny.
But the thing is what the line is pretty subjective, though.
Mm. Right.
But these lines, I mean, there's a few clear ones,
Yeah.
Some certain racist words and stuff like that, but beyond that, line's pretty subjective, I say. I mean, everybody's PG-13 is different, that whole kind of a thing.
Oh, shit. Try not to sneeze.
These allergies are kicking your ass, man. It sucks.
Yeah, it does. It's alright. I just haven't had time to call my doctor and ask her for the medication, which is stupid because, well, it's not stupid, but I take a break at work.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to be running my little errands while I'm on break. I want to just relax, eat my stupid little Lunchable.
Yep.
And watch
Lunchables.
Watch YouTube or something like that.
I'm a big Lunchables fan too.
They're great.
Oh, they are great.
I like them.
Little mustard, little packet of mustard from the gas station.
Okay, see, now you cross the line. I like no sauce. It doesn't need sauce.
It doesn't have to have it, but when I can grab a packet of mustard from the gas station for free, I'll throw down a little mustard on that Lunchable. Yeah. But you're right. It's not necessity. Yeah.
I've never thought about eating it with mustard. Maybe because mustard to me has never been eaten by itself. Like I've always had it with ketchup or mayonnaise.
Oh really? Even like on a hot dog? You want just like a hot dog with mustard on it?
No, I can't do that. It's just too much of that mustardy
taste. Too mustardy?
Yeah. Too mustard. That's the only way I can describe it. It's just a little too mustardy.
Yeah.
Anytime
I would eat a hot dog or a corn dog, something like that. I'd do ketchup would be the main ingredient. I mean, the main stuff, and then like a little bit of mustard.
I mean, there's certain cities where they'll kill you. They'll kill you for putting ketchup on your hot dog.
What?
Yeah, dude. Oh,
I really
that's
thought
like a
that
thing.
ketchup was made just for a hot dog.
I used to too, but man, it's a thing. There's some people who are really like, you never put ketchup on a hot dog, or like a brat or anything like that. It's like mustard only. You can get away with some sauerkraut, onions, whatever, but no ketchup on it.
Onions are great.
I agree, man. Some onions, some sauerkraut on there, or whatever. Like those Chicago dogs.
Yeah.
I could throw down a good Chicago
I
dog.
don't think I've
That's
ever had
awesome.
a Chicago dog.
They've got like celery salt on it. They got usually like a little pickle spear and that really like neon green relish on there and stuff.
It's like it's not even a hot dog anymore.
Right.
It's like a fucking
Right.
casserole with
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's like a gastro dog. Like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
They have some in Seattle that
That's
are
insane.
Chinese food on them and stuff, dude. They're wild.
I need to
up there,
travel
man.
more. I need to get out of here. I need to go more places.
Time to go get on the road. Time to go jump in your car and
Yeah,
get
I
on
know,
the road,
man.
man.
Just go.
Yeah, just drive and see the wind takes you, man.
I've told myself that once I buy this house and put it in my name, I'm gonna hit the road.
Definitely, man. It's fun.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna have my roommates, split everything up and just pay themselves. And it's like, I don't need to be here. Even like right now, I don't have to be here. I don't have to live here.
Right.
But it's I get like a little bit more profit from renting out all the rooms.
Right.
And I just use that to pay like credit card bill or something.
Sure.
Just save
Pay
up.
comedy. Pay for comedy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not cheap, that's for sure.
It isn't. It is
A lot of gas.
A lot of traveling, and like on Monday, what's your biggest schedule? Like your one night where you like where you do the most.
So usually I try and hit at least 3 mics a night, just depending. But Monday's usually my heaviest night. I'll usually start at Chocolate Secrets, then I'll usually go to the Hideout, and then I'll maybe see if I could squeeze in a quick Fort Worth mic, and then head up to Hat Tricks to end out my night. So I can, like, there's definitely nights when I've done 100 miles easily in a trip around and do mics, like, easily. Because I live in North, I live up in Capel, man, up north, so.
Capel?
Yeah, so it's super close to Hat Tricks, It's right there by it. It's 10 minutes away from Hat Tricks.
I was
but
calling
everything
Capel.
else. Yeah, I did too when we first moved there. I got quickly corrected that it's Capel, man. People get really sensitive when you call it Koppel. Yeah, I'm like, it looks like Koppel, but
It would make
like
sense to
Koppel,
me.
right? Yeah,
Koppel.
right. But no, it's Capel. It's Capel. Yeah, it's very. Yeah,
No.
I know everything's pronounced differently in Texas. Like Amarillo shouldn't be said Amarillo. That's for sure.
No, it's not.
It's
actually
Amarillo.
supposed to be- Yeah, Amarillo.
It means yellow in
It's a Mexican
Spanish,
word.
right? Yeah, exactly. They took it and turned it into
Nah, this
Amarillo.
might be Amarillo.
It's Amarillo. That's right.
Do you know that? No, anyway. So, that sounds like a good schedule, man. Or at least for like mics. Because right now, here's what I do on Mondays. And Mondays tends to be my busier one of the whole week.
Right.
It's usually the Dirty Crow. And then, I have to change it up. I'm not doing models mics anymore. Last time I signed up, I got bumped from 14 down to 25.
Oh yeah.
And it fucked with my whole schedule, and it made me miss the next mic I was planning to go to.
Right.
And I don't mind getting bumped. That's not the issue.
Sure.
I'm always happy for any stage time I get.
Sure.
Like I would hear people complain about the 2 minutes, 3 minutes, what? It's like I'm just glad to be there. I'm glad I get to go up.
Yeah.
The minute I start complaining about stuff, it's like, well, to me, it's like, why are you doing this if you just want to bitch about something?
Right.
This is my choice to do. I shouldn't bitch about anything because it's me that want to do it. That's like me complaining because I want to, I want to smoke pot or something. Me complaining about the fucking things it makes you do.
It's like, just don't do it then type of deal.
Yeah. But like, when it makes me look bad for another mic, another person, that's where I have an issue with.
Sure.
It's like, now you're making me look bad for other people.
Yeah, because you're running behind.
Yeah, because you started late, or you let these many people go through,
Yeah.
And now I can't make it to work. I need to go, and it looks bad too if you say, "Hey, I'm just not gonna do it."
Sure.
Because that makes it look like why even be here? You're just gonna bitch out.
Right. Like emergencies happen, stuff comes up. I get it.
Yeah, it does. That's true. You know, hey, whatever. But it's just like, what did I say? Oh yeah, but like, but that made me look bad for this other mic, and but it kind of, to me, it was kind of a little bit worse, but not because it was my first time going to this other mic. So I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't know the host that well.
Yeah.
So it, like you said, first impression. I went there. Luckily for me, it was Blake Andrews. Do you know Blake?
Yeah, I know Blake well. Yeah.
I've seen him a couple times. I know about him. I know about his mic, but I never actually had a conversation with him.
Yeah, it's a good dude.
Yeah, really nice guy. Although he fucked me. He fucked me out of these fucking this equipment. I was gonna buy all new mics from him. He had like a whole.
Oh, I
setup
saw that. The
Facebook.
post there. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'll take that from you, no problem.
Yeah.
But then some other guy, I guess, had the money right then and there. And he sold it to the other guy because he had card issues. And he needed
the cash quick.
Yeah, he needed cash quick. And I was like, whoa. I was like, dude, you could have told me. I would have helped you out.
Yeah.
But then again, like, I did work till 5, and I don't know if the guy was off or not, but I would have had to wait anyway. But then I had mics I had to go to right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I told him about it, and he's like, don't worry about it. Like, do you still want to go on? I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go on. He's like, how much time do you do? Like, 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. I was like, hell yeah, I'll go on. I was the last comic at his at Hooligans.
Yep, Hooligans.
I was the last comic, but I didn't give a shit. I did 10 minutes. I was like, hey, I'm gonna ramble about this one premise that I do. When I do the short version, let's just fucking have fun with the same thing. Just keep on.
Do a long version.
And then it felt really comfortable in there.
Yeah, I like Hooligans. I hit that mic pretty often. And I do like that one. That's the good thing about you living down here in Arlington and Fort Worth. There's some really good circuits you can do where there's, 2, 3, 4 in a night that you can hit right in this like 20-mile radius between Arlington and Fort Worth.
Yeah, so Monday I do hat tricks, and then I can go to I sometimes go to not hat tricks, I'm sorry. I do a Dirty Crow.
Yep.
And then I can do hat tricks.
Yep.
And then if I want to, which I might do it anyway just for the fuck of it, I can come all the way back and be like later on Mad Hatters.
Oh yeah, Mad Hatters.
Yeah.
That's still going? The
Yeah.
Mad Hatters mic? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Rippy's mic. Mad Hatters. I can do Mad Hatters like I can get to, because since Dirty Crow's at 7:30,
yeah,
I can go up there like around 8.
Yeah.
Hit hat tricks, because hat tricks is like almost an hour away.
Right. From you down here. Yeah, it is.
It's almost an hour. It's about 45.
That's about right. Yeah. It took me like 34 to get from my house down here, so you're probably about 40 there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. 40, 45.
Yeah, something like that. And then and go up at hat tricks, and then I can come back to Fort Worth again and hit up what's it called again?
Mad Hatters.
Mad Hatters. Hit up Mad Hatters. And I think I'm gonna do that next Monday, even though it's like a crazy drive there and it's a crazy drive back.
Yeah, worth it though sometimes. It's good to mix them up, like you said,
Yeah, I've been doing that lately, where I try to hit up as many different mics as I can.
Smart.
Like the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I've been like, let's go over here this time.
For sure.
Let's go over there. Next, what is it, Wednesday? Wednesday I want to do, there's one here.
Is that the Motor Lodge? That's on Wednesdays? Magnolia Motor Lodge?
I think so. I want to do that one, and I also want to do...
We got what, Ross and Hall on Wednesday? Trying to think
Ross and
what
Hall.
else.
Which I like Ross and Hall. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
What's her face is very positive.
Yeah, Gretchen.
Gretchen
of Gretchen Productions. Yeah,
she's
great.
very uplifting.
Yeah, she's great, man.
And
great
then there's another one I was gonna try out recently. You already said Magnolia.
Yeah, it's Magnolia. Oh, and then you've got the Wounded Duck.
The Wounded Duck. I've gone
That's
to the Wounded
Wednesdays.
Duck.
Yeah, that's a great venue.
Oh, my nose is itchy. It's weird though how Phil's mom's always there.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
She was there the one week that I was there. I know.
Yeah,
that,
she's pretty much always there.
Hopefully she likes your jokes then, right?
I really don't care if she likes my jokes or not. I just
I'm just saying.
I just think it's weird that the mom's there and she's hanging out.
This is a joke for Phil's mom.
I need to do that. Well, last time Anthony started hitting on her or something like that when he was bombing. He's like, well, I'm bombing. I'm going to start hitting on her. Maybe that'll lift up the thing. And I did my abortion clinic joke there, and they were like, just like,
yeah, you know, abortion can be a tough one to joke about, but don't stop doing it.
Yeah, they're not my demographic. that's all I say to myself. They're not my demographic.
The joke's fine. They're just not my demo. It'd work anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, it works for. I noticed it works for guys ages like 23 to like 35. I've noticed.
It makes sense because we laugh at fucked up stuff around those ages. That's for sure. Yeah. I guess I can't laugh. I'm 36, so I can't laugh at your joke anymore. Then I guess right there in the abortion.
What was I gonna ask you? This is why I usually wait.
So Mike.
But like, yeah, Mike. Sounds like you got a great schedule though.
Yeah,
like,
I try.
It's like making, you know, it takes maybe once or twice to try out a new schedule.
Yep.
And get it right.
Yep. It does. Yeah, if you're trying to get multiple mics, it definitely takes. You got to figure out your circuit, your timing, so that way, like you said, you're not late and looking bad and being rude. You know, like sign up too early and then end up missing your spot or whatever. Because I used to do Sundays instead, and I'd hit Build a Bit, Dusty's. Bearded Monk, and then Dusty's. When I do a Sunday, that's how I normally do it. But yeah, like you said, it takes some time to figure out what mics you can hit in what order and traffic and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I can't do Build a Bit.
No?
No. It's not that I can't go there and do it.
Yeah.
It's just that they don't even know what to say to what I want to talk about.
Yeah. You mean like getting feedback on it or whatnot on your stuff?
Yeah. Like they don't always have they don't always know how to give me feedback for the premise I'm using or the premise I want to go in.
Yeah. I suppose just like anywhere, there's good advice to bad advice or whatever, I guess, you know.
And what I just think, I think it's because, I'm pretty sure it's because they think I am way too, like we were talking about earlier, over the line crossing.
Like controversial or whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. Like something that I say is just way too. Huh. Like, I did my joke about, accidentally peeing on my kid in the shower.
Right.
And I did it just like I did, and I was like, any feedback? I was like, because I never know how to actually completely finish it.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I haven't run into that too much, but with I have a joke about it's kind of a Holocaust joke, and that one has trouble getting feedback because nobody really wants to say anything because of the premise of it. Yeah, so I get that.
I guess the only way I tell whether the joke is hitting or not is when I do it if I just let it out at a showcase. Yeah.
Well, I always say, like, if you're doing a mic and it's pretty much all comics, if you're getting smiles out of comics, man, your stuff's all right, I say. Because, I always try and be the most supportive I can and sit down and watch and pay attention and all that kind of stuff. But if you've heard, a whole night's worth of jokes and stuff, sometimes you're just kind of, like, laughed out, so to speak. You can be engaged and paying attention and stuff, no problem. But it doesn't mean you're, like, going to be cracking up anymore, even if you think it's really funny material, so... That's what I at least tell myself to not wound myself. It's like, oh, I got smiles from the comics, so my stuff's all right. Could not be true, but that's what I tell myself in my head. At least. Keeps me going, man.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys where like I don't really laugh too much at people's jokes.
Yeah.
Like and it's not that I don't really necessarily think it's funny. It's just I just don't have the energy to sit there and laugh at everything.
Right. So I'm saying like
every once in a while I hear something. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You know what? I also don't have the energy to clap after everybody goes up and after everybody goes down and after the host says, "Give it up one more time." Come on.
It's very funny. Good friend of mine.
But you know how they'll like you'll come off stage like thank you, that's my time, and they'll be like, and people will start clapping.
Yeah.
And then the host come back up. Yeah, give it up one more time.
Yeah, keep it going. Yeah,
keep it going. Like, I just don't have all the energy. Keep going no more. I don't want to do it.
You're just over there golf clapping.
Just like, yeah. And then I feel bad because there's some comics where I'm like, yeah, man, good friends. And the other comics, I'm like, they're not that we're not friends, but we're like, I'm not on that level with that person. Like I am on this person. And if I don't clap, I feel like I'm giving off that, he won't support that comic, but not this comic.
What an asshole!
But it's weird. Like those simple stuff like that, we have to worry about, and we shouldn't have to worry about it. But yet we still, in a way, do, because we know we're always around these people, and people notice stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you never know who's going to take something personally, even though it's not intended that way. I give a lot of leeway with it because I know how I can, just like you were saying too. Plus, not only that too, but I mean, if you're around and doing the same mics and the same comics and all that kind of stuff, you often have heard the joke multiple times. So new material might be, something that's, you're really laughing at and stuff, but the same joke that you've heard 5 times, no matter how good it is or whatnot, can be hard to laugh at.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. So I get that.
I think, I like doing new material.
Me too. I kind of have sometimes I should probably do less new and polish more old. I love doing new stuff.
Right now, as far as comedy goes, I am, and I've noticed. Somebody said this, and I should have done it a long time ago, but it took me forever. I'm really slow at learning how to do shit. I'm not the smartest guy. I know things, but in no way did I ever learn how to study.
Yeah.
I had to fail a test and then take it and then fail it again in order to. And the only way I passed the test because I just remember what I got wrong.
Right. Third time's the charm with the test.
Which is why I was in the medical field for a while, and I realized I could not do this.
Yeah. Because
they don't give you that many chances. Like you have to cram and study, and I am
surprising when you're in control of somebody's life, right?
I'm not good at cramming because I'll read stuff and it takes me like 4 or 5 times to read it before it actually sticks.
Yeah.
Because if I just read it through once, I read it, none of that stayed in my head. So it takes me forever. And usually I learn by failing. And
it's not a failure then. I say.
Like I learned from doing something the wrong way or something like that.
Yeah,
so now that I'm doing so many mics, I'm like, okay, well, I've seen all that. I'm seeing all the stuff that didn't work. So I'm like, well, let's start doing it a different way.
Yeah.
So it has to stick. I have to, it has to stick in my head like that. Then so many times I could fail. I'll be like, wait, start doing it. But I started doing obits for my first joke.
Yeah. And
then middle, something new.
Yeah. And
then close it out with something
that's
something old. Yeah. Something that hit.
Yeah.
And it's been working pretty well because, like I said, my first bit would be good. People, certain people, I've never tried to make everybody laugh because I know some people just aren't. So certain parts of that joke will hit like it's supposed to.
Sure.
And then the middle, something new or something that's brand like a week or 2 old.
Yeah.
And it's been going pretty good. I like it. Another thing, I'm taking the premises I already have.
Yeah.
And approaching it at a different angle.
I'm doing a lot of that too right now.
That way I already know what I want. It's easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
Than to come up with a whole new bit and then
Sure.
try to just remember that bit that you wrote down or that you did and then once and then things hit and then try it again.
You kind of retooled it and it's kind of evolved. You mean I've started to do that too, where it's you retool a bit, throw in some more punches with it, because now you know the joke so well. You're like, oh, you know what? I can throw in a punch there, punch here. So I'm trying to do that same thing, man. So I think that's probably a pretty freaking good idea for sure, man.
Yeah. Just learning. I would say the first year of comedy, I took a whole different approach than you did. You're like, I'm all in. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm doing all these mics. What you say? You're driven.
Yeah.
My first year of comedy, I was like, I just want to have fun, meet these people, and have fun. And then I started realizing, holy shit, people are judgmental about how you do comedy. And I learned a lot actually from doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I would sit here and hear people's opinion about certain things.
Sure.
And then like some people like, you know, if you know, I they don't appreciate when somebody goes up there and doesn't have anything to do and just kind of spitballs it.
Yeah.
It's because they're like, yeah, that takes up other comics' time, and I kind of see their point of view, but I don't agree with it. But I was like, okay, so don't go on. Like I would be like, I would tell myself, don't go on stage and be honest about not having something to do, not having anything to work on.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to comedy, it's like I want to be honest and say whatever.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, plus your time is your time on the mic, I say.
Yeah, but I know it's like if I were to just go up there and be like, I don't really have anything to work on, I just want to bullshit.
Yeah.
People comics did not want to hear that.
Right.
Because they take it like I'm wasting time to just be up there.
Huh.
And I see it as, personally, like as me doing comedy, I see it as that I'm doing comedy to have fun.
Yep.
And because I enjoy it, and I want to do something different with my life.
Yeah.
And yes, I want to do better. Yes, I want to, move up in the comedy career. But the minute I start seeing something that's more work, it becomes that. It becomes work, and it loses the fun. It loses the reason why I started doing it to begin with.
Loses the luster and shine. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like those are the comics that are never really truly happy.
Yeah. When I look at it, like your time on the mic's your time on the mic. If you make yourself look bad, then you make yourself look bad. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. Mm-hmm. And I'm very much like you. Like every decision I make, be it with it producing a show or whatever, like fun is definitely factored into that. And if it's becoming where it's not any fun, it's time to kind of reassess stuff a little bit. I think it's like, well, obviously can't all be fun when you're doing it for business as well, but a good portion of it, I feel like I should still be enjoying myself and feeling passionate about and stuff, which luckily I do.
Do you when you're setting all this stuff up, I know it's stressful. There's no way it cannot be stressful.
That's definitely stressful.
So, but like all that stress and build up at the end when it's actually happening, does that like joy? Do you think that joy would be that much high if you didn't have that much stress?
Probably not, because anytime you pour yourself into something and dedicate and put a lot into something, it's always more rewarding and satisfying at the end. It's like, I guess like, making your own meal as opposed to going and getting it from somewhere is just more satisfying, I guess, for sure. So I think it is, yeah. Sometimes when you're in the middle of it and it's stressed out and you just had a comic pull out on you an hour before the show or something, you're like, what the fuck am I doing this for? Or whatever. But when the audience starts laughing and you see your comics are having a good time and you get compliments at the end, hey, it was a good show, blah, 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 that does make it all. Yeah. Where you're like, all right, that's why I'm doing this,
Yeah, man, I just had 2 comics go on the next podcast. They just couldn't make it. But I understand. Shit happens.
Sure, shit happens,
This is the reason why I put 3 podcasts in one day.
Right.
Twice a month.
Right. So
that if anything happens, it's okay because I have...
You got a backup.
I got a backup.
I get it. Stuff definitely does happen. I don't appreciate if a comic pulls out like with an hour to spare from the show. Yeah. That's the little
No, that's...
Unless it's a car wreck or something, but I've had some that aren't some very valid reasons, and I'm like, all right, like, you need to make this happen. You committed to the show, like, make it happen.
That's crazy right there.
Yeah, especially because you're getting paid, I mean, like, because I pay for my shows most of the time, So I feel like, especially too, if you're getting paid from it, like, be responsible and make the show for sure.
You paid for the show? What do you mean?
Like I pay the comics. I pay comics for shows.
Oh, okay. So you'll get the venue and everything, and then pay the comics to come perform there.
That's right. So when I put on a show, because I figure, if I'm doing it for money, hey, they're part of that, right? So it's just a respect thing for me. Like I'm not claiming, it's not necessarily a lot or whatever, but I mean, at least it's like some gas money or something like that. So it's like, hey, at least it's like, thank you for being in my show. I appreciate you kind of showing that respect. I feel like that's important. So when the very first show I did, I decided, unless it's like a charity show or something where there's, no budget there or anything like that, I'll pay my comics for sure.
I always thought the venue would be the ones paying them, but I guess not.
Depends depends on how you set the show up. I mean, really, now, because like if I'm renting and securing the venue, then my money's what's in. So then I'm trying to turn a profit on ticket sales, food and bev, whatever my revenue streams are, you know. But out of that, I always make sure that I budget and say, okay, X amount is for my comics, you know. And it's not, like I said, it's not always, you know, awesome or whatnot, but at least it's something. And so I always pride myself on that to, you know.
I know as far as us, I'm a comics. I know as far as us comics, doing a show and getting paid for it is always awesome.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna complain about that.
No, heck
if
no.
I went if you had a venue, you're like, hey man, I only have $10 to pay you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's right.
Like, I went to that mic the other day. I'm like, I didn't get paid. I've spent $20 on drinks.
Yep.
Like fuck yeah, I'll take $10. It doesn't matter.
Right. $10 is something. It's better than nothing. You know, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. Like I said too, for me, it's more about like that shows that you really respect some, like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a couple places where I didn't even get paid, or I didn't ask about
tons
getting paid.
where I don't get paid. Yeah.
Who was it? Luis Juarez?
Yeah.
You know Luis Juarez? He invited me to some show at a restaurant. And I was like, sure, I'll go do it, because, you know, I'm not going to wait. If a comic at, you know, like Luis Juarez says, hey, come do this, you got to go, man.
Yeah,
Luis Juarez has been doing comedy for like 7 years, man.
Yeah.
He's fucking up there. Same thing like with John Brown. You know, he said, hey, you know, come to the whatever.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Heck yeah, man.
You know, Tony Castillas and all those guys have been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that?
That we do a lot of shows for free.
Yeah. Thanks for giving me a track.
I got you, buddy. I'm here for you, man.
So, remember that show, that thing I did for that job, that corporation thing?
Yeah, that we chatted about,
Yeah, I ended up paying those comics out of my pocket, because they came to do it, you know, with me. It was a good show.
Yep.
And we got mentioned on the radio, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that was fun, and because the radio personalities, that's what the main thing the party was for.
Yo, yeah.
And the guy, one of the voices. Do you ever listen to 925?
I've heard of it. Heard it before. Yeah.
There's a show called the John Clay Wolf Show on there.
Okay.
And so they're based out here in Fort Worth, but they buy cars on the radio. That's pretty much what their premise is. On Saturday mornings from 9 to 11 or something like that.
Okay.
Well, I've actually had two of the radio people on my show on the podcast, and we sat down and joked around and fucking talked about whatever.
Yeah.
And they actually, one of them, one of the co-hosts of the radio show actually came to the showcase I did last time in Fort Worth.
Nice.
So that was cool, and it's just like building a friendship with them, and
yeah.
Not necessarily saying like it can, you know, I'm hoping that they get me somewhere higher up, but knowing that they know people, and if somebody ever talks to them, like, hey, you know, I'm doing this, and be like, you know, I could use some kind of entertainment.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh yeah, I know, it's kind of Rudy, like he's a pretty cool guy, blah blah blah. It's like, oh well, thank you, Bob. You know,
that's the way to do it, man. Mm-hmm. That's how I've ended up with some opportunities too already. Is just knowing somebody that mentions it, and like, oh, hey, I know a guy. You know, I've had you know, just literally got some random phone calls from people like, hey, I'm trying to do a show in Texas, and I heard that you produce shows. You got recommended to me, you know. So just like you're saying, man. So that's smart. You absolutely have to never burn bridges and network your ass off, man, for sure.
And stick to your fucking word.
Yeah, that's a big one too. Because the first time you're like late or don't do your shit right, bad news and bad words travel a whole lot faster than good shit. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can ruin a reputation a lot quicker than you can build one. That's for sure.
I'm a strong believer in that. If you say you're gonna do something, do your hardest to do it.
Yeah, agreed. Because if you're on the other end, like imagine that corporate show. Imagine if you had a bunch of people that didn't show up last minute or whatever. What kind of position that would put you in? You know, like you'd be.
Oh yeah, I would look terrible.
Yeah, you looked awful, right? And now here you're trying to impress this. You know, probably get future. You know, you're trying to get future business, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. And now you've got half a show or whatever. You know, and now you're scrambling trying to find a comic real quick or whatever it is because people didn't stick to their word, like you were saying, man. That sucks to be in that spot, no doubt.
It does, and I never want to put somebody in that situation.
Same.
Either.
Same.
What's your next place you're gonna go to?
I'll be in Albuquerque on the 24th and 25th doing some shows with Vatos Chistosos.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome, man.
Are you the one that's been helping them like get all these different venue places?
Somewhat. I mean, they're definitely do a lot on their own as well, and they have a lot of different connections. But I produced a show down in Houston that we all did together.
Yeah.
And I had a strip club show up here that I produced that they were in with me. So somewhat, but no, I can't take credit for all of it or anything like that.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Fernando, like
yeah.
Panda. I want to ask
Great
Panda,
guy.
like how are you doing all this? Like
Yeah.
just like I asked you, like what are you doing to like get out there?
Yeah.
And do, like I didn't know that you like call up certain places.
Yeah. Well, and they network and connect a lot too, and stuff like they do a lot of shows with Flo Hernandez. I've done a few with Flo as well, and he's really well connected and stuff. So, you know, there might be. I'm not sure exactly, but I know that they're able to do a lot of shows from just the connections that they built from doing other shows, being on the road, that kind of thing. And Albuquerque worked out just because that's my hometown. So I just planned on
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yep,
Mexico, right?
Albuquerque. Yep, you got it. Albuquerque. So I just wanted to do a show out there just for friends and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so we all talked about it and you know, kind of helping to spread all of our names and you know regionally and stuff a little bit. So we said, okay, let's do a show in Albuquerque. So I'm producing those ones out there.
What does the poster look like? Vatos Chistosos and a cracker.
Yeah, pretty much. It's we always joke. I say it's Vatos Chistosos y Güero. Y Güero, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny, man. They just bring me along in case, you know, La Migra shows up, so there's somebody there to like talk to them or whatever. Or do some taxes or some shit, right?
They work for me.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Just bring me along for that safety barrier there, you know.
Yeah. I think that's why I'm dating a white girl.
There you go, man. Smart.
I feel more comfortable in Target now.
And see, I know I'm super. I just did one of the ancestry DNA tests. Like, no lie, I just got my results back. I mean, I knew I was white, but holy shit, I'm white, dude.
Like, how so?
Oh, like, because they show you the region of the world that you're from. My region is, like, this tiny, dude. It's, like, Iceland, Norway, Ireland, England, and a little bit of Germany. So it's literally just this one tiny little spot of the world that's just white. I was hoping I was going to have a little surprise in there, like, you know, maybe 1% native or something like that. Nah, no.
Like 3/4 black or something like that?
Yeah, there you go, right? Yeah, no. Nothing.
What was that chick that lied about her being Native American?
Oh, that Dozar. She was president of the NAACP chapter.
No, that was the chick. That was the black chick. Or no, that was the white chick that wanted to be black.
Right, Dozar or whatever her name was.
Yeah, no, but there's a senator or something like that. Is it Warren? Yeah, it's Warren.
Elizabeth Warren. Oh, about the Indian. Oh, the
she's
Indian.
Like, I'm Native American.
Yeah.
Or she's like 1/8 or something like that. Or something.
Not a whole lot.
I remember because Rogan would be like, I'm more black than she's Native American because he did his DNA thing.
Right.
Oh, man. Do you ever listen to Rogan?
Yeah, Rogan's funny, man. I just heard them this last week talking about all the
conspiracies?
The conspiracies about
Eddie Bravo?
What's his name? No, shoot, I just mentioned him earlier. Not Harvey Weinstein. Guy who killed himself.
Epstein.
Epstein. There you go. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you have any opinion on that? Or
man, you know what? After seeing all that new evidence from 2020 that they came out with, it's hard to see how he killed himself. I mean, because there's just so much. I mean, the cameras don't work. Come on. Yeah. The guards already got arrested and in trouble for forging times on stuff, right?
Yeah.
The photos of his neck certainly looks like more like a wire instead of a big you know, the ligature that they showed is like a wide, like a belt, like a prison, you know, cloth belt type of a deal. And it's just hard to see how there wasn't at least a cover-up at the least.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, they had to be. There's definitely a cover-up, man. I've been in jail plenty of times. Never once did we have the camera issue. Right. No, they knew exactly what was going on all the time.
Hell yeah. And especially with a high-profile one like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd figure you'd really be on top of your shit, but... I mean, it's crazy, too, because I don't know if you saw the reporter that had the hot mic that got released talking about they had the Weinstein story or the Epstein story years and years ago, and she even mentioned it goes all the way to she's like, we had the Clintons, we had everything, and it's like, whoa, holy shit.
But they had the whole, like, she had this whole story. Yeah, but the way she said it, also, like, I heard the video of her saying, like, but, you know, they didn't want it. Well, why didn't you fucking just... If you got something that important...
Yeah.
that wild, that crazy, and one person doesn't want to put it out, fucking go to the next person. And
well,
don't
but
just
she's
be like,
stuck
put
by
it
their
away.
network, though. The network won't put it out. And they retain power of all that info, man.
See, that's the problem. If you're a... What are those people?
Journalist?
Yeah, if you're a journalist,
Yeah.
you should be able to go to whoever will take the story without any repercussions.
Agreed. But if you're a freelance journalist, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a signed network or whatever, you're bound, man. That's what sucks about that. They own all that info and stuff. So if she was freelance, she'd get to go. But
so anything she does becomes their property?
yeah, that's right.
That
It automatically
sucks,
is.
because she can't even sell that to another person.
Nope, not at all. They hold it all, so they can just sit there and hold it and keep it. And
fucking the
not
news
do
is a
anything.
fucking motherfucker.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
you can't believe people. I know people say like you can't believe everything in the news. There's certain parts you can believe, but there's certain things where they shouldn't have a say so and whatnot. But
Right.
But that's that thing about that just because they decided that to be this way, now nobody believes any of it.
That's right. That's right.
And see what they've done. We got so many morons walking around. I don't believe anything that's in the news. But like, oh, well, okay, well, what do you believe? Like, oh, well, I believe this person. Like, well, what are they? Like,
Right.
I mean, technically they're news.
Right.
So
It's getting harder and harder to
fucking-
decipher.
yeah,
For sure.
and they did it to themselves, and it's fucking
Well, between
annoying.
that and
because-
all the fake info.
Because I think it just made people dumber.
Oh, social media has hands down made us all dumber. Hands down has made us all dumber. Like, it was meant to make us all smarter, and it did the exact
Either
opposite.
made us dumber or made us hornier.
Hornier and lazier, for sure. Like, it's way easier to get laid. It's way
Yeah.
easier to jack off. It's way easier to, like, everything, man. Yeah.
What time did you have to stay till?
Good till 1:40, man.
Okay, we got 13 more minutes.
Okay, sweet.
I like to do this thing where I call Conan O'Brien's podcast.
Yeah.
And he does like where you can ask him a question. Would you want to do something
Sure,
like that?
man. Yeah.
I don't know if you want. Do you want to do now?
Yeah, man. Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. So do you know Conan has a podcast? No. Okay.
No.
Yeah, Conan. You know what Conan O'Brien is,
Oh,
already.
absolutely. I watch this stuff like every day.
Dude, he was so fucking hilarious compared to like the other guys.
Yeah.
His shit was so silly.
Yeah.
It always made me laugh a lot more than like Jay Leno's like the whole what was that thing where he do like newspaper clips.
Oh yeah, the crazy newspaper.
Some
clips,
of them
like,
were funny, but
yeah, some were
okay.
yeah.
But
No,
like
Conan shit is
Conan O'Brien
gold,
was
man.
fucking hilarious. The dog, the masturbating bear.
Oh yeah, Triumph the Insult Comic and Oh yeah.
When he would have the drop come down and who was, I don't know who that comic was. I know I
can't remember.
I need to look him up, but the comic who did all the voices like Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I forget other people that come on. But
I was glad they brought back Andy Richter too, man.
oh, Andy Richter's hilarious, man. Those guys, those two together, just like perfect.
Oh yeah, they're gold, man. They're gold.
So okay, we'll call the podcast real quick. I
Alright.
haven't done this in a while.
What question you got fired up for him?
I don't know, man. I usually let my guests come up with a question.
Oh, okay, shit. Let me start thinking then.
Yeah. Like, what would you ask Conan if you saw him in person? Are you really that pasty?
Man, the answer is yes. We already know that. Man, I would ask him. I'd want to know if he's spoken to Jay Leno since everything went down. If they've ever been able to be cordial or whatnot, because I don't think so. It seems like there's still pretty bad blood between those two. But that'd be really interesting to know if he's ever like spoken with him again since all that shit went down.
That is a good question. I don't know if he'd want to put that on this podcast though.
You never know. You never know.
I'm still waiting to hear one day, because I know they'll play it back on the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's give it a call.
It beats asking an easy question like, what country are you gonna travel to next? I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay.
He'll either answer it or he won't. But if he does,
Hey, Conan O'Brien
Also,
here. Here's the deal.
in my head, I like to vision the guy who listens to these.
Feel free to ask
He's
me
like,
anything
fuck,
you
not
want,
these guys again.
and maybe, just maybe, I will answer your
I can do
question
the phone when it's
on
done.
the podcast. So be creative, go for it, and maybe I'll be talking to you soon.
Hey there, Conan. It's Rudy Ramsey from the Rudy Numbers Podcast, and I'm sitting here with local DFW comic Zak
Sprung.
and he has a question for you.
Hey Conan, how's it going? I was just wondering if, since everything went down with Jay Leno, if you guys have ever been able to speak again or get back to cordial terms? I'd love to know. Thanks.
That's a good one. What if you thought like, fuck, I heard that person asking me about Conan
right.
and about Jay Leno again?
Yeah, he does get asked it a lot, I'm sure. But he needs to put something out there then, and then we won't ask anymore, you know?
That is true. Like, let us know what happened. He sat down with Dana Carvey, and they had a really good podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dana Carvey's been doing this thing. He's been doing this bit where he talks about the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like what would the conversation be like between what's the one that's still alive?
Well, there's a few. There's Ringo Starr. There's Paul.
Actually, there's only those two. But like between Paul now trying to give news to John Lennon, and John Lennon, of course he's dead. So he's like, I don't know what's going on. How about you tell me what's going on?
Right.
And so he does it like so stupid. But like, yeah, Paul trying to tell Lennon what's going on in the world and explain to him what things are, because Lennon doesn't know what a smartwatch is. So
right.
Like,
what's
a smartwatch?
Yeah, none of that shit.
You put it on and it beeps and keeps track of your masturbation. Really.
Keep track of your steps, your jacks. Keep track of your jacks.
So stuff like that, and because Dana Carvey is on the road. I'm not sure if it's on the road right now, but he's been doing comedy lately.
Has he back to stand up?
Yeah.
You know who's really good, who I've been watching a lot of lately, is Pete Davidson, man.
I haven't seen any of his stand up. I've seen some clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I also heard that like he is very protective over his comedy. Like you have to sign like a waiver and everything.
You do to go to his shows.
And like if you repeat any of his jokes or something like that, you can get fined for $1 million.
A lot of comics have started to do stuff like that, confiscating like Dave Chappelle last night I was watching, he was saying people can't bring cell phones and shit into his shows now. Yeah,
they do the one. What kind of bag is it called? Have you heard that? You've heard Joe Rogan talk about the bag?
Yep, that you can put your phone in.
Which is I guess I mean, why not when you're that big? That many people.
Yeah.
Because like imagine if now small comedy venue, 300 people.
Yeah. You'll
get like 4 or 5. You ever worked one of those?
I've worked like Hyena's Red Room and stuff like that.
You've worked there before, right?
Yeah.
And like, well, in the main room, it's crazy. Like people just trying to take pictures.
Yeah.
You have to like when I work, I'm on the hunt.
Yeah.
Like I am just waiting for somebody to fuck up so I can go over there, because I don't know, I get a thrill about that.
Right. Well, it sucks too because then comics because you get blown up for stuff that you say, and then it's going to make you more apprehensive for your next show, and it just costs people missing out on things that you might say that now you're gun shy about because some asshole decided to take something out of context and put you on the internet or whatever.
Yeah, that's what happened with the whole Louis C.K. bit.
Yeah.
That he, they were talking about how somebody put that online, and then he got criticized for it, and he's getting criticized for a bit that he's just barely working out, man. It's like me doing something for the first 2 times, like that abortion clinic thingy.
Right.
Me doing that, the first time, and people be like, "What?" And it just sounds horrible to put it online. It sounds horrible.
Yep.
So I totally understand for a place that can fit like 15,000 people, like he can do.
Yeah.
Imagine how many people you need, how much security you would need to be walking around taking away those phones.
I can't even imagine, man.
No, I can't.
Sucks that it's gone to that.
So yeah, but I mean, people can't help it. People want to take pictures of everything.
It is what it is. Well, see, the pictures isn't really what I would mind. It's just the recording your stuff and putting it out there. Yeah. Either A, so people see your material before you've even gone to the next city or whatever, if you're on a tour, or B, so they can make you look bad out of context or whatever, for sure.
What do you feel about putting your comedy online right now?
I put up all my stuff on YouTube pretty much. I put a ton of my... Yeah, I figure... if somebody really goes and tries to steal it, I've kind of got it timestamped and stuff, and I can prove, like, I told this joke at this time. It's my shit, A, and B, if they really want to steal something from a comic at my level, it's kind of an honor in a way, I guess, a little bit. Like, I'm not shit, So, I'd be bummed if somebody stole my stuff, but like I said, it'd be easy to prove though too. So
it would be.
Yeah, I wouldn't think too much of it. I could literally just say, "Hey, no, that was my joke. Here's my video of me doing it." Blah blah blah. Too bad, so sad, man.
Some comics, and I think that's kind of silly in my opinion, but it's just my opinion. But like some comics be like, "Oh, I don't want to put my stuff out there because I don't want people to already know my jokes and whatnot. And I was just like, dude, when you put your stuff out there, you get like 50 people to watch it. That's it.
Yeah, I have 28 subscribers to my
like,
YouTube channel. I'm not too worried.
Don't act like when you finally get an hour special 10 years from now,
right.
You're still gonna be doing those jokes, and you need them to be fresh.
I look at it as more right now. My level, it's like for the exposure, not for like, not because people aren't gonna pay to see my jokes now. Like they don't pay anyways.
I started
right now.
I've been doing the podcast for a while now.
Yeah.
And my episodes are on there, but it's not comedy, you know, it's not strictly comedy.
Right.
When I started putting my comedy clips on YouTube, and my coworkers actually started watching them, and then they started like a group text and sent things out to play. People are actually telling me like, man, you're actually pretty funny. I was like, well, yeah, man, I've been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah. That's the idea.
I better fucking have learned something.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think you were funny? I was like, what the fuck do you think I've been doing? I tell you, I go to all these comedy places. I'm open mics all the time.
That's always the best question. Oh, you're a comic? Tell me something funny.
I fucking hate that question.
I always just go, something funny. That's pretty much my standard answer. It's stupid, but...
Such a dad answer.
Right? It is a dad. Hey, I'm a dad, so I can get away with it. I got a bunch of dad jokes and shit now.
You are a dad, huh? How many kids do you have?
I got one. I got a daughter. Yeah.
I have 2 and 1 on the way.
Oh, nice.
Is it though?
Nice. Maybe. Never know. I've been out of the newborn game for a while now, so...
Oh my goodness.
My daughter actually did. I got her to go do, or didn't get her. She wanted to. She did an open mic for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she went and told a joke at Chocolate Secrets, and then went up and told a joke at Hat Tricks, man.
Just one.
Yeah. She came up with the one, and it was really creative. And I was like, "That's a beautiful joke." Like,
how old's your daughter?
She's 10.
10.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, "Well, I want to encourage that."
I tried to tell my son about my comedy. He's like, "Yeah, like you asshole."
Could care less.
Like, I want to go play games.
Right.
God damn
You're like, thanks a lot. I'm sure she'll get to that point, but for now it's fresh and exciting, and I'm the cool dad with the dyed mohawk and stuff. Picking her up at school, you know.
If she's been up there and she's felt the feeling of having a group of people smile and laugh at something you said and thought of, she's gonna like it.
I think so too, man.
That's
so
cool,
too.
man. That's cool.
Yeah, man.
I'm really happy for you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's been a crazy, wild road, but man, it's been awesome. Yeah.
Wait till you're like 3 years into it.
I know. I can't wait. I can't wait to see like get to look back at my first year.
Yeah.
Where I'm at then at that point. Hopefully far. Hoping. I think my next goals are I'm going to try and get in some comedy festivals.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good goal set and stuff, man.
I want to submit some stuff to comic festivals too. Yeah. I want to go around. You know who? I'm pretty sure you've run into him. Hispanic guy from. Oh shit, where's he from? He's been on the fucking podcast. Guerrera. Guerrera?
Josh? Is it Josh Guerrero?
No. It's let me real quick. No, got it. Thanks. Traders. Blah blah blah. Christian Dan Cowboy. God damn it, so many of these. Nick Guerra, Everett Garvey. Christy Hayden. Jefferson Guerra. Do you know Jefferson?
No, I don't think so. Not well. No.
Jefferson has he very smart way he planned this out. He's from Argentina.
Okay.
And I had him on the podcast. Real fucking smart guy to talk to about stuff and whatnot. Of course, whatever. That sounded weird. But he works for the airport.
Okay.
And what he'll do, he'll sign up for all these festivals, and then like he'll take the plane free.
Smart.
He'll take the plane free over there to the city, do the comedy festival, and come back.
Smart.
Yeah, I was like, that is fucking cool.
Because I feel like that's such good exposure for stuff like that. I mean, you never know who's watching.
No, you don't.
Those kind of things, and if I'm anybody who's anybody, I'm going to go to a place where a bunch of comics are going to be at one time, so I can see the most, and that's going to be a comedy festival, I'm sure. So yeah, man.
I don't see too many on Facebook here and there. Like I see the comedy festival, but I don't see if you want to perform at it. So I just need to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, most of them have a link on there. You can go to, most of all of them you have to pay somewhere like $15 or something like that to submit.
That's not bad though.
No, it's not too bad. It's worth it, man. It's worth it for sure.
Do you wanna help me out with something though?
Yeah, man.
If you ever see something like that, like either text it to me.
Yeah.
And because sometimes like even with Facebook, I don't always see everything.
Yeah, they get lost in the feed sometimes, man. Yeah, you gotta check.
Yeah, I can't always see everything, and then I don't really sit there and scroll for too long.
Yeah.
Like I'm not one of those people that can sit there for like an hour just
scroll through. Yeah.
Scrolling.
I will.
I maybe scroll maybe 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
At a time, and I probably do that maybe twice a day.
Yeah, you should see most stuff then that way, but you're always gonna miss stuff for sure. Like I miss stuff too.
Yeah.
Hands down. But yeah, of course, man. I'll like DM it over to you or whatever when I see comedy festival postings and whatnot.
I'd really appreciate that because I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm a fighter. And then like I'm so busy thinking about where I'm gonna go to next. And planning out the podcast, make sure I get everything, and I just track of time.
It's easy to
Next
do.
thing you know, something happens and I'm like, oh shit, I missed that deadline. Well, I was happy I made the deadline to do the Skankfest. I didn't make it. I didn't get picked, but that's fine. At least I made it. Like for me, I made it in time to at least submit for it.
See, that one I didn't even know was open to submit or anything. I heard of it before, but definitely heard of it. Yeah, it's but I didn't know it was open up. So see, I missed that one wherever it was posted. Yeah.
From what I hear though, they're only doing like a small amount of local comics.
Yeah, I know the ones who got in are huge names. Tony got in, John Brown got in. I don't know of anybody else, but I know those two got in for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else either. There's not that many comics from Texas.
No.
It's like maybe between 6 and 10, I guess.
It's pretty small. It's a pretty big honor if you got on that. That's for sure.
And what else was I gonna say? That's about it.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for being here, dude.
Thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. I'll come back anytime.
Oh, for sure. We need to hang out more. We need to do more mics together.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, with me rotating spots, I'll be able to see you more.
Yeah, and vice versa, man. Same.
And oh look, the song you chose. All right, man. Take it easy, Zach.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Next time.
All right.